Okay, lads, spoke to you both in the dressing room. You both know what I expect. Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both you watch your heads. Good luck, lads.
Good atmosphere here, plenty of Midlands fight greats as well, like Pat Cowdell, Neville Brown, Robert McCracken, Wayne Elcock here for a tactical battle that looks on the cards. Pickering defending his British 8 stone 10 belt against the youngster who shocked him in that 8-rounder last time in Nottingham. It was routine for Pickering. It didn't go that way. Couldn't get to grips with the southpaw style of Hughes, who deserves this opportunity, and his confidence, Jim, must be sky high.
Yeah, it must be sky high. I mean, okay, we know Esham Pickering is going to be better tonight. That was without doubt a career-worst performance. I don't know what was in his head that night, but already Hughes has found 3 times that southpaw jab has banged onto Pickering's chin. Pickering obviously doesn't have the reflexes he used to have, and he's been picked off in the early stages, and that really is big warning signs for him. There's that jab again, walking onto it.
Sharp right hands from Hughes, who says he's in much, much better shape this time around. And a good right riposte from Pickering. Both will have trained extremely hard over the Christmas and New Year periods. Who's got it when it really matters at championship level, when the belt's on the line?
See, one of the good things about Hughes, and he hasn't been looked upon as a championship fighter, but he does have a good championship style. He doesn't waste movement. He's not all over the place. He's solid, he's steady. Nothing fancy, but everything sharp and solid. There he's catching Pickering again. Pickering's defence is gone.
His head just wasn't moving. He was wading in last time, Pickering. And he can ill afford to let Hughes get into the same sort of rhythm again.
Well, Esham Pickering took a lot of punishment last time these two met, and it's quite possible, Adam, that could have taken something from him which can never be replaced. At 31, 12th year as a pro, and he's walking on to far too many punches this early in the fight.
Blood from the nose of Pickering, another straight left hand. And interestingly, Sean Hughes' trainer Michael Marsden believes Pickering's taken this fight too soon after the last one.
Well, as I've just said, Adam, a lot of physical punishment, especially a fighter who's not used to training and swapping punches. Hughes cannot miss him as he comes forward.
It's a cool, clever start this from Sean Hughes. And Esham Pickering, here's wobble there from that left hand. Blood to the nose. It's a terrible start for the British champion, and it's just carrying on from their last fight.
Esham Pickering's reflexes look completely gone. I've never seen him so easily, apart from the last time these two met, I've never seen him so easy to catch with solid punches. Nothing fancy from Hughes, just drilling them straight and drilling them home.
A dreadful first round for Pickering, who does not look the fighter he once was by a long way.
You're not listening to me. You've got to get that left handle, right? Every time getting it with the jab. Sort it out now. Stop coming in a straight line and stop forcing the fight, right? Because the same thing's going to happen as before. Sort yourself out, right? Stop forcing the fight. Stop lunging, right? You listening? The same thing's going to happen again. You've got to sort this now, right? Get your hands up all the time. Stop going back like that. Get them up all the time. Right? And the same thing's going to happen again. Right, get a drink.
Carl Greaves, one of his old friends who's now training him, and he is fuming.
Well, you don't expect that much panic in Esham Pickering's corner at the end of the opening round, but he was caught solidly, and he was badly shaken. If Hughes could have followed that up, he could quite possibly have scored. See the way his legs went with that shot, he was badly shaken.
Fast out Sean Hughes for the second challenge in his life for a British title. He lost to Michael Hunter in 6 rounds. He just never really got the luck of the game, Hughes. But he seems to have Esham Pickering's number, and Pickering is hurt again, beginning of the second round. He looks shaky. Bravely comes back with a right hand. But this was the worry, Jim.
This was the big worry. We wonder what he had left. I mean, was it just a bad performance? They made excuses about big problems outside the ring, but Hughes has just picked up exactly where he left off. Again, nothing fancy, just everything solid, defensively sound, just ramming the punches home, every punch solid.
What concerned me when I spoke to him on the phone last night, Esham Pickering, was that he believed he'd done everything right in the preparation to last time, and he couldn't understand what happened.
Well, Pickering doesn't have the smoothness, so he's trying plan B, he's trying to do it the hard way, but he was outgunned the last time he tried to do it this way, and it looks as though it's happening again. Hughes has well won the opening round, and he's still the man throwing the punches that count.
Sean Hughes, who worked a shift at 5 in the morning before their last fight till 2 in the afternoon and drove to Nottingham and got the job done. This time, his fitness is spot on.
Bit more head movement coming from Pickering now as he comes forward, but still doesn't look well balanced. Doesn't look really as though he's timing the punches properly.
Always had spirit, Esham Pickering. Never doubt that. His heart, his stubbornness. He's not folded. He's come back time and again, but it's been a long career.
His legs just don't look right the way he's moving around. As though either he's stunned from what he took in the opening round, or it's still the remains of what took place last time here. That's just a slip just pulled him over.
Bloodied nose, like in their 8-rounder. He just looks shell-shocked, Esham Pickering. Hughes not a big puncher, and he one knockout so far in his 21 fights.
A change of tactics here from Pickering. The movement's better, but still just doesn't look solid. So the punches will not have the desired effect. Still Hughes the better quality shots. Better from Pickering, but not as good as I'm sure his corner would like to see him.
You're firing back, Pickering, but still tough for him.
Get a bit more success at that.
Welcome back to a chilly night on the Trent here in Burton. It's a warm atmosphere in here, though. Sean Hughes.
10 seconds.
Well, every time Pickering is caught cleanly, even if it's in the chin, high in the head, he's badly shaken by it. Big problems this early for him.
Defence of his British Super Bantamweight title. Esham Pickering in the red trunks, the 31-year-old in fight number 39. And a great spell when he won the Commonwealth title and the European. Blood to the nose of Hughes.
This is good stuff from him at the beginning of this round. This looks a little bit like the old Esham Pickering.
Right hand was a corker of a punch from Pickering. And he's just begun to step it up. Trying to shock Hughes here, who's having to fight back.
Maybe he's finally thrown the effects of the punches he took early, because this is a different looking Pickering at the start of this round. These were quality shots right from the off.
A turnaround at the beginning of the third as Hughes just tries to regain his composure.
Yet better head movement from Pickering, better quality and more quality in the punches now, more accuracy. This is much more like what we expected from him.
And he knows that Hughes has been worn down before, not just by Michael Hunter, also by Stephen Foster. He's knocked out by Bernard Dunn. Howard Foster just getting a hold of this.
He looks so much more lively now. It's as though someone's flipped a switch in Pickering. This is like a totally different guy. I can only assume he was still that little bit stunned from the solid shots he took in the opening round, but this is different stuff now.
Good action too.
Yep, just picking up where they left off last time.
77-75. Last time out on the card to Hughes. Pickering did have one or two moments. Hughes rattling combinations in, but most missing. He won't want a street brawl, will he, Sean Hughes?
Well, he certainly doesn't want a long-range boxing match either. He has to get close, he has to keep it simple, and he has to think about conserving energy. He doesn't have the experience over the longer distance. Pickering does.
Body shot was good from Pickering, who has really picked it up in the third round.
This is more like the classy stuff we expected from Pickering. He's fighting in little bursts, he's using the ring in between times, he's getting his breath back, then going to work again. That's it. The experience he's learned boxing at domestic title onto world title level.
The once ranked 9th in the world, Esham Pickering, and showing some quality there.
Now we're talking. Working good, right?
Well, just when Sean Hughes looked on top, then came the third round, and have a look at that, almost 50% success for Pickering. Incredible that.
That was at the old style Esham Pickering. We do have to remember, he's still coming back from a tough battle. Will freshness play a part in this? Because Hughes, you have to imagine, is that little bit fresher.
2-1 on favourite before the first bell. Esham Pickering to retain his British title needs to, otherwise his career may not have a long way to go. Short Hughes digging in here. Start of the fourth. It's gripping stuff.
It's quite possible Hughes maybe thought he had everything going to plan, and he maybe relaxed a little bit in the previous round. Caught on the hop, so we'll see, can he dig in and meet Pickering head on now, because that's what's required of him. Maybe surprised the skill that Pickering showed it in the previous round.
His jab was working well in the first, especially Hughes, but has he the power to really put a dent in Pickering?
See, this is where Pickering's experience is telling here. He's working when he wants to work. He's moving out of range, getting himself back together again. Couple of deep breaths. Good left hand from Hughes. Yeah, Pickering just trying to control the pace, but again, when solid punches are landed, Hughes is the punch that seem to be taking the effect.
Right hand from Hughes. He's finding little shots. That upper body of Pickering, not as mobile as it once was. So much of his career, Esham Pickering, was about reflexes and speed.
Yeah, and the problem tonight is having to drag it out, and when you're forcing things, you get tired that so much quicker. When things are flowing and your timing's right, everything falls into place. But he's showing he can dig in here, Pickering. Big drive from him here.
Timeout called by Howard Foster. Gum shield. It's Pickering's bright orange one, which will be washed by Carl Greaves and crew. A moment's respite. Plenty of fans here, Jim, from both sides. Good to see.
Well, I think we pretty much knew what to expect here. And this is shaping up at least as good as the previous. That little extra edge because of the title at stake. But full credit to Pickering. He's digging in here. For me, he's winning this round, but I tell you, he's using up an awful lot of steam in doing so.
And it seems hard work for Pickering.
He's still smart enough to work when he wants to work. Back off out of range, get yourself back. Oh, beautiful shot!
Wonderful punch! And Sean Hughes goes down in the fourth round heavily. Not sure he's going to make this. He just about scrambles to his feet. The count's at 8. He says he's okay. And his conditioning saves him briefly. But Pickering knows how to finish fights. Bell will go any second. Right hand down again for the second time. And the bell goes. And the count will be administered. And Hughes is up. and he says he's okay, and he just about makes it. An unbelievable round.
Come on. All right, mate. All right.
Well, that's what being a champion is all about, producing it when it matters. A couple of times Pickering has failed on the big nights, not feeling tonight. Now that punch, that could have finished quite a few super bantamweights, and the way he landed, you thought it might be over. That was the first knockdown of the round. Down he goes heavily, turns onto his face, looked as though that was all over, but then got himself back together, back to his feet. Tremendous show of character from young Hughes as well. But Pickering sees his chance, has the experience, he knows this is a huge chance. Down he goes again. Again, looked as though another heavy knockdown, looked as though it was all over. But this is still going on, wonderful action.
Is a minute long enough for Hughes to recover from that?
Well, I'm looking at his legs. The movement looks okay, as opposed to Pickering's legs after the opening round when he was badly stunned. So maybe the freshness, the fact that he's at a different stage of his career to Pickering. But the big problem is Pickering's really firing now.
13 knockouts on the Pickering slate. This Lonsdale belt means the world to him. He's finding the right hands. He's finding frailty in the defence of Sean Hughes. Never write Esham Pickering off.
Well, this is quality and class from him now. He knows what to do there, and he works in little bursts. He realises this could be one good punch away from the finish, and that's what he's going for.
Dramatic domestic action here in Staffordshire on our first Friday fight night back after the new year.
Well, Hughes is the one at the moment who's looking for the breather, so little change in the plot. They both landed solid shots, but the difference was Pickering walked right through that one.
Hughes' ragged body shot was good from Pickering. The courage, though, shown in this challenge from Sean Hughes, exemplary, and back he comes. Oh, again Pickering with a heavier looking artillery.
That shot was bang on the point of the chin. I cannot believe Hughes is still upright, still looking strong. That's the kind of punch that I could actually put a dent in Pickering, because that was a finisher and it didn't finish anything.
Tremendous fifth round. Body shot again from Pickering. Can Hughes suck this up? Is he strong enough? Gets a right in himself. Wonderful action, Jim.
Yeah, but the big change here, Adam, is that Pickering is now walking through Hughes' punches, which he wasn't able to do earlier. He is really on fire here.
Those right hands look strong from Pickering. The commitment shown from Sean Hughes, though, is extraordinary. But he falls down.
Well, you can see the time. It wasn't a knockdown, but you can see the time it took to get back on his feet again. Can he come back from this? He doesn't have the experience Pickering does.
Physically, Hughes is jaded, and Pickering dancing on his feet. A totally different fight this time around.
Look down, listen. Sean, every time he's different, he's coming over top of the big shot. When he gets to shoot your feet and jab, you come in, this is blowing out his ass. Come on. Come on, Sean, do we want this or what? We'll start boxing. Don't fight with your heart. Fight with your brain. Okay? Start going out and getting his job off. When he dips, just move on. Are you listening? Are you listening?
They wanted to use his head.
Yeah, well, I mean, a wonderful round again from Pickering, but the thing that struck me strongest was the lack of experience. And Sean Hughes has worked at this level. He's never worked at this level before, never worked at this pace. And look at the way Pickering's digging the shots in. You can see the referee maybe having a good long look at Sean Hughes when someone's being caught so cleanly and so often. You have to think, should he be getting out of there? But he's still looking fresh.
This the round that Sean Hughes' challenge for the English featherweight title to Stephen Foster Jr. ended, and also his previous British one to Michael Hunter. Pickering knows that. He studied the tapes, and he's on top in a big way.
And he's controlling things again around where he's working when he wants to work. He's backing off when he wants that little breather, thinking up what the next plan of attack should be. This is classy stuff from Pickering, and Hughes cannot match it at the moment.
After he lost to Michael Hunter and then Bernard Dunn, Pickering, people question how much he had left. He showed at British level against Mark Callahan, and he's had to force it out a bit against Sean Hughes. And that's a credit to the Newark fighter.
See, the punches that were troubling Pickering in the first couple of rounds do not have anything like the same effect. Okay, they won't have the same snap from Hughes as they had then, but I think the big difference, the obvious difference, is in Esham Pickering's work now.
And a criticism of Hughes through his career has been that he's been easy to hit. He's not an elusive southpaw. That's better though from him as he catches Pickering and just makes his legs wobble.
First time for a couple of rounds that a Hughes punch has had the desired effect. Pickering is struggling here.
He's digging in, Sean Hughes. Can he swing this his way again?
Again, the punches are having an effect. I said a couple of rounds ago, I wonder if freshness is what's going to count here. And that's what's counting at the moment. He's the fresher of the two. Different stages in their careers.
Tasty burst from Sean Hughes. And blood again seeps from the nose of Pickering. He's pulled himself off the floor twice, Hughes. Look at this.
Well, this is what championship boxing is all about. But can Pickering pull himself back together again? Because once more he's struggling. Once more the punches are hurtful.
Moving a tad better, Hughes. Jabs are landing. Now Pickering is more disorganised.
More of a stationary target as well, Adam.
What a fascinating fight.
European title action next week on Friday Fight Night. Colin Lynes defends his European light welterweight title against Finland's Juho Tolppala. That's next Friday, 10 p.m, Sky Sports 1.
Almost 10 seconds.
In this action, but once again you can see the effects of the stunning him again. Once more he has to suck it up and bring himself back again.
Second half of yet another fabulous British title fight, pitting Esham Pickering and Sean Hughes together. That huge round that Pickering had in the fourth, and somehow Sean Hughes made it to his feet twice. Had the minute break, and he's just easing his way back.
Well, it just shows you when it's a young man having the biggest night of his life, it's amazing what you can come through trying to get that result, and Sean Hughes has shown that tonight. And he's back in the driving seat again.
Beautiful punches there from Hughes. He seems to have found the way in to catch Pickering.
Pickering coming in straight lines again, so this is where Hughes' jab will work. He doesn't do anything fancy, just straight jab, straight left hand. But it works.
And the crowd sing in this cram-packed Meadowside Leisure Centre They want this so much once again for the Lonsdale belt.
We've had some unbelievable fights in the last year or so for that Lonsdale belt, and we're having another one tonight.
Cut lip as well for Pickering. We had that titanic losing effort by Francis Jones and Dave Stewart at the end of last year in British title fights. Short Hughes is giving it everything. Will he have enough? Pickering back in the driving seat.
A huge gulp of oxygen there for Pickering, just dragging the performance out of himself. This is not the way he likes to do business, but when it has to be done, he's prepared for it. There he goes again, just buying a little bit of time, just getting his breath back, producing the good work, and getting himself back out again, using his experience.
Right hand from Pickering. Which way will this sway now? Can you pick a definite winner at this stage?
But I'm still wondering, will the pressure of the two down the last stretch, will that be what makes the big difference? And the fact that Sean Hughes, in the biggest night of his life, I have him behind at the moment, but he's still looking good, he's still looking confident, he hasn't shown any signs of losing heart here. But these are quality punches again from Pickering.
Don't keep bringing that jab back to your chest. Get it up hard all the time. If you're going to jab for the top of his head, right? Stay in a straight line and bring it back to your face.
Carl Greaves with Pickering, who came on again.
Yes, Pickering is prepared to dig in and do what has to be done, and again Hughes had the driving seat early in that round, but Pickering once more regained the initiative.
This is the round when Esham Pickering got that great win over Juan Garcia Martin in Reading, defending his European title. Probably best win was Miguel Malon out in Madrid. This will be something if he can come back, even at domestic level after the last fight, and produce the win to retain his crown. It's no foregone conclusion.
I think Hughes should be stepping forward with these punches. Pickering's head movement is not what it was through the middle stages of the fight, so it's time to step forward and ram that solid southpaw jab of his towards the target. But he's still being pushed back, still boxing at Pickering's pace.
Pickering, the bigger puncher, physically strong, and he has the experience down the stretch, having gone 12 rounds 4 times before, and Hughes has never done that. Right hand from Pickering, eye-catching.
I mean, every bit of knowledge, every bit of experience he's picked up in his 11 years so far as a pro, he's used that tonight. It's just been that little bit smarter, a little bit cuter than Hughes. He's just moving out of range, making Hughes waste punches, waste energy, then back, little 20-second burst, catch the judge's eyes, then back onto the defensive again. Lovely performance from Pickering at the moment.
They're using the ring well, moving around.
And controlling the pace, which is the main thing. When he goes to work, he's expending a lot of energy because he's winding those punches up, he's putting everything into the shots, then backs off, doesn't allow Hughes to do anything, doesn't take any chance, he just stays out of range, gets his breath back, then mounts another attack. Textbook stuff. I mean, it's grueling stuff from Pickering, but still textbook in the way he's operating.
It is grueling, Jim. Blood from the nose of Pickering. I'm not sure that might be broken. Blood is flowing. Could have difficulties breathing as the rounds tick by. Hughes still tries to steady himself, get hold of the middle of the ring, but not enough.
All the good work in this round has come from Pickering, and he's backing off again. The job's done for another round. Yet everything he's learned is on show tonight. Not his smoothest performance, but smoothness is not what was called for tonight.
He must be forging a lead now.
Now you've got to come in now, okay?
Well, it's an illustrious title, this British
You've got to get
8 stone 10.
And
we've had a
a
few really good champions in the past, like Richie Wenton, 94 to 96, fought for a world title against Barrera. Michael Brodie, so unlucky not to win a world title against Willie Hareen. Patrick Mullins, remember him, the southpaw, very cute, good fighter. Beat Drew Doherty 99. Beat Patrick Mullins and Michael Aldis, two-time British champion, very popular Crawley fighter. More recently, Michael Hunter, still very much in the game, failed at world level, but he'll be back in a few weeks in the northeast, and he has a win over Esham Pickering. That was a thriller. Pickering had Hunter down twice in the first 2 rounds, and Hunter just somehow came back to take it by points.
Yep, another tough night for Pickering, and I was wondering how many more times could he do it. Well, he's doing it again here. Trying to be a little bit more cute at the start of this round. Not winding the punches up quite so much.
A huge respect in the business for Esham Pickering. He came back off that early loss to John Joe Owen, and when he was blitzed by the Panamanian Mauricio Martinez for a world title he probably shouldn't have been in, he rebuilt, and look at him go here, big punches, and Howard Foster's seen enough. He's done it again. Esham Pickering breathes fire back into his career and retains his British Super Bantamweight crown. He exacts revenge on Short Hughes, and what a performance.
Well, if you want to be a champion, you have to behave like a champion. That's exactly what Esham Pickering did tonight. He had it tough. Hughes has the excellent start. It looked as though, I never liked it to use the phrase, but he looked like a shot fighter for a couple of rounds. Then he comes up, produces one of the best performances of his career. Unbelievable. Once again, I feel so sorry for young Sean Hughes, but I think the referee's job is to stop a fight before something goes drastically wrong. His head was rolled a couple of times with the punches. The referee had looked at several times at the punches that Hughes was taking, so you can see rock back and you can see the head sagging. That's a dangerous scene. You don't want to wait to see if he's going to recover. I think the referee did exactly the same thing. Those were hurtful punches. They were bang on the chin. Now look at the way the head is rolling around on the neck there. Can't afford to let another one punch land in that situation. So that was, we may hear some complaints from the Hughes camp, but that I fully endorse what referee Foster did. Couldn't take a chance with this young man's health, and to be honest, it looked as though the fight was rolling away from him at this stage. Super performance from Esham Pickering.
After that dreadful start in the first couple of rounds, Esham Pickering knew his career was on the line and produced a performance he will savour.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 48 seconds of the 9th round. Referee Howard Foster deeming Hughes in no position to continue, your winner. And still British Super Bantamweight champion, Brown Sugar Esham Pickering.
Another fabulous night of British title action. Esham Pickering retaining his title. We'll be talking to him in a moment. We'll get the thoughts of his old mate Johnny Nelson, and there's lots more from the Meadowside Centre as well, including a first chance to see the exciting Nottingham youngster Adnan Amar as he faces an international challenger.